and welcome to a new series I like to call Snow White Situations, in which I tell a fun story about a crazy experience I had whilst playing the character of Snow White over the last 12 years. And to kickstart the series, I thought I'd start off with my first ever crazy experience whilst playing Snow White out in the Middle East. I was 19, my first professional job, and I was playing Snow White in a pantomime out in the Middle East in a theatre that was located within a shopping mall. So our PR manager told us that a store that was sponsoring us within the mall wanted us to do a meet and greet at their store with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So myself and our 7 15-year-old dancers who were playing our mascot costume character dwarfs made our way through the mall to this meet and greet at the store. And our PR manager told us that we were going to go the long way through the mall to the store so that more people would follow us to the meet and greet. Now, what we didn't anticipate was that we were going to get stopped a lot on the way, to the point that there was a huge crowd around us. I was getting pushed, pulled, everybody wanted a photo. It was insane. And by the time we actually got to the shop, I walked in with the Seven Dwarfs, waved to the shop assistant and went, "Hello, we're here for the meet and greet." And she just looked at me like, "What?" I obviously looked at her really confused and was like, "We're here for our meet and greet, yes?" And she went, "No, didn't know you were coming, but hi." Yeah, turns out there was classic miscommunication happening between our PR manager and the shop. They had no idea we were going to be there, so myself and the Seven Dwarfs just waited outside while our PR manager spoke to the shop assistant. So we stood outside, waving, having photos with this huge crowd of people, until I feel somebody grab hold of my wrist. I turn and look, and it's a security guard grabbing me, yelling at me, saying, "Do you have permission to be here?" And I was like, still in character as Snow White, going, what? I don't know what you're asking me." Then all of a sudden more security guards turn up and they start to try to take the mascot costume heads off of the dwarfs, and I'm yelling, "No, no, no, don't do that, we don't want to spoil the magic." Bear in mind, this is happening in front of a whole crowd of children as well. Security are yelling at me, asking about if we have permission to be in the mall, and turns out we didn't. Our PR manager hadn't organised it for us. Classic miscommunication again. Eventually our choreographer, who was looking after us, came over to security and explained what was going on, and he said, "Look, we have to get you out of here, it's not safe, plus you don't have permission." So security takes me by the arm and says, "Right, we're going to go now," and walks us, me and the Seven Dwarfs, who also have security with them, through the mall, out a back exit so nobody can see us, so we can get back to the theatre. But of course all the kids start crying and are going, "Where's Snow White going with security?" I had no idea what to do, so I was just like, "Bye everyone, see you later." So that was my first ever princess meet and greet experience, being escorted out by security in front of all kids.